Theoloneous Xavier coming at you live with another episode of Real Ass Reporting. Alright, today's topic, the hunting ground. It's a documentary, if you haven't heard about it. I call it crock-umentary. Yeah, that's what I call it. Got very little fact, a lot of advocacy. I support advocacy. Go, advocates. Go. But, causing a false epidemic and using very loose examples as your supporting argument. Wah, wah, wah. We're going to focus on the story today. It had to do with 3 Harvard students, and they were actually going to Harvard Law. You couldn't tell because the so-called alleged victims had no evidence against the accuser, and even went so desperately as to try to pull some evidence that totally backfired. It was just pathetic. I mean, it makes me laugh when I see that stuff. The whole matter is not funny. This whole documentary is about something very serious, you know, sexual assault and rape within the United States college school system. And it touches upon some serious, well-known universities and campuses and institutions. And some of these things do happen, and it's very not a laughing matter. But this one is. So check this out. 3 people. 1 gentleman, 2 women. 1 black woman, 1 black man, 1 white woman. So anyways, they even accused this person of drugging them. But what they don't mention in the documentary is that the girl, one of the girls, brought out cocaine, and they were all drinking at her house before they went to the bar. And they were so wasted before they went to the bar, they barely remember going to the bar. So that's how the whole story starts. Pretty exciting. So, I guess in the past, the African-American dude and the African-American woman had a relationship before, and it kind of dwindled off as friends, and it started to spark back up again in communication. And at the bar, after a $160 tab, you know, they all left, but the Caucasian woman and the black gentleman were dancing a little freakily, and this may or may not have made some kind of jealousy into the African-American woman, which they were all at her apartment. She's the one who brought out the cocaine. She's the one accusing this guy of being a rapist, predator, and this gentleman has no prior criminal history whatsoever. Before this, he was what some would call a model citizen. Imagine that. So they get back to the place. There's a little fondling going on. Everybody's inebriated. Can't even remember any of the events. But clearly, since there were no evidence, this woman goes through her trash can and finds a condom that she said she'd never seen before, brings it up as evidence, takes it to the police, only to find out, because she was accusing him of raping her friend, it was her condom and not his DNA anywhere in sight. Pretty, oops. This is a Harvard Law student we're talking about here. I wonder if she got to go back and redo that. So, her testimony says that she didn't see her and her friend dancing, the accused and her friend dancing, and then the cross-examination, she admits she did. There's just a lot of holes being poked through her testimony. And who knows, did she do this because she was jealous? Did she do this because she wanted some fame? Did she do this because she mentioned when she got her acceptance letter, her mother pressured her, so she had to accept, you know, Harvard. Oh man, forcing me to Harvard. Not a bad thing. Go mom, you want the best for your daughter. But maybe did the mother insist she go through with this, and maybe did she lie to her mother and then had to continue out this lie all throughout court and drag this man's name through the dirt. He went and got indicted and went to trial for all these heinous, horrendous charges. They were all dropped. except he did get charged for a non-sexual misdemeanor. And then he got to go back to school because they suspended his schooling the whole time during this. About 3 years. Put this man's life on hold. So, you know, it's very bad if you don't have your facts straight. This video of this crock-umentary really proceeded to tarnish this man's name and his future. You know, it's great he gets to go back to Harvard, but he has to live this down. And he's a pretty good guy, based on the facts. So, next time you put out a documentary, make sure it's not a crock-umentary, because real-ass reporting will find you.